Hey guys, Rich Page, RJ Timber Frame Company, the main timber framer. Want to take a couple minutes today to talk a little bit about some makita saw maintenance. You're using saw all the time. We're cutting generally green timbers, probably 20-25% moisture content, so you can get a lot of buildup in your saws from cutting the green, and you're going to get some pitch and you get some blade buildup, some pitch built up on the blade. So if you see this saw here, you'll see that I was cutting out some kerf material, and wouldn't you know, a piece of the material gets stuck inside the saw, so I wanted to take it out. But what I wanted to show you also is, here's another saw, and if you notice that you get a lot of material coming out of your saw when you're cutting, and you're always blowing off in front of the line, I want to show you something that will help reduce the amount of material that doesn't come, that you work to get more material coming out of your chute. And so here's what you want to do. So in this case here, obviously we got to remove this. I took the cover off, but what we want to do is clean this area. And what I use to do, I use a little squirt bottle of alcohol. So I'm going to clean out this area here, and you'll see. Let me blow this off a little bit for us. Okay, so even though I've blown this off, what you'll see is there's pitch residue in here. And what this pitch residue is, it's holding up your sawdust from coming out your chute nice and smoothly. So what we want to do, let me grab my rag. What we want to do is clean that area out and smooth it up so that there's a nice smooth path for the sawdust to exit the saw. So after you blow it out, what I'm going to do is, again, squirt bottle of alcohol, come in here, clean this area out. I'm pretty liberal with this, but like I said, it's only alcohol. So what that alcohol is going to do is it's going to clean up this area, and it's going to remove the pitch. So now what that will do, all the way down through here, that's going to make it nice and smooth for your sawdust to exit your saw. Sounds silly enough, but if you keep this area clean and you remove the pitch, the sawdust will slide free. So there's one thing right there, is to clean it up with some alcohol. The second thing you want to do is use this stuff right here. It's 3M 8897. And what you'll end up doing with this is spraying this area just like this. This is a dry lube, dry silicone, and that's going to help that sawdust, even though if it's got some pitch in it, it's going to help it slide out of your saw. The other thing you want to do with your saw is, these are carbide tooth blades. You'll see the buildup on the blade. If you can see the buildup on the teeth, build up here in the raker area, that's going to make your saw so you're wrestling your saw to come out. So again, what you can do with that, back to your alcohol, is give your blade a little squirt, brass bristle brush, and get in there and clean that out. And you're going to go around this, and then you're going to have to open up your guide and do the back side of your blade. But what that's going to do, basically, it's going to turn your blade into being brand new. The second thing you want to do is take a look at your guard, and you'll see this guard, same thing, is it's got a bunch of sawdust in here, but it also has a lot of pitch. So we're gonna wipe this out with a rag best you can, or you can blow it out. Get in there, give it some lube, some liberal shots of the alcohol. Clean that pitch out of here. Wipe it down. And get this so that the sawdust has a clear path to exit. So we'll wipe this down. Same thing here is, you're going to spray, I didn't clean it up very well, but I will. But you're going to spray this inside here, this chute here, the exit, in this entrance area. You can see this pitch build up right here. I still have to use more alcohol to get that off. Clean that all up, and then spray it with your dry lube. That's going to give you a nice smooth surface to help this stuff exit. In doing so, back to this saw over here, one of the things you'll see here is, see how you get a lot of sawdust here and you got to blow it out as you saw and you can't see where you're going. This is a signal telling you that this track is not as clean as it needs to be. So if you take the time, especially if you're cutting green timbers, to maintain your saw and keep these areas cleaned up, remove the pitch off your teeth, spray this with dry lube, then you're going to have a saw that's working just like new for you. This is a constant maintenance thing that you want to be doing to make sure that your saw is performing well. The last thing you want to do after you're done cleaning up your saw is flip it over, because inevitably, knowing that you're cutting into some green timbers, this deck sometimes will get some pitch buildup too. It'll get pitch buildup on the edges, pitch buildup in around here. So clean this with alcohol, then give it a shot of the dry lube, and then what you'll do is you'll have a saw that will just slide across your timbers. So if you're doing this, you might find, depending on how much cutting you're doing with your saw and how frequently, this is something that you want to be doing every few days or every couple days with your saw, is to get in there, take the cover off, clean up the track for your sawdust exit, you put in your dry lube to make sure that it helps the sawdust exit as easily as possible. Put a little dry lube on your table deck, and that saw is going to glide through your wood. So that's just a tech tip. We're doing it all the time here, cleaning these saws. And what you're going to do is you're going to have a sharp saw. You're going to clean up your teeth here, and that's going to make your cutting operation easier. All right. Click like and subscribe below. Give me some feedback. Thank you.